Okay, fine. You can just leave my presentation on the first page, and I'll speak to the rest. My title is on coastal environmental changes affecting the Gulf of Guinea coast. Now, we have to have the understanding that there are 5 factors that we have to factor into everything that we do in the region. Number 1 is the climate, because we have the climate changing now and then. We have deficits in some places in terms of rainfall and excesses in other places. We have transpiration, evaporation issues. They are all parts of the climate issues that are affecting the whole coastal environment. Then we have the coastal processes, which we should take into consideration in terms of waves, longshore currents, river discharges, tides, wind, storms, storm surges. All these things are changing by the day because of the numerous human activities going on in the region. And then we have the relative sea levels, which are also issues to contend with in terms of tectonic subsidence, in terms of the global sea level changes and the localized sea levels. These are also changing. Then we have to think about the human activities that is on the increase. The whole of the Gulf of Guinea coastal environment has become one treasured part of the African continent. The coastline is quite substantial, but with many bays, estuaries, beaches. So it makes it very conducive for human activities. Then one of the important issues we have to take into consideration is sediment budget. The sediment budget in terms of the source of sediment to the coastal environment. That is in terms of river discharges. We all know that all the rivers have been mined. Some of them are dammed. Some of them are used for irrigation purposes. These keep the sediments that should have come naturally to the coast trapped. They are not trapped for us to go and take. They are trapped and used now for housing projects. Then we have to think about the destinations of these sediment budgets. Now, they are no longer getting to the coastline. So we have massive erosion all over the place. In addition to the construction of harbors, multiple harbors, proposed harbors, in Nigeria, I think there are about 3 more proposed harbors to be constructed. And all these are going to trap sediments on the uphill and the updrift side, and the downdrift area will be affected. So naturally, our hazards are increasing in terms of flooding, erosion, landslides, subsidence, because along the region, we know that we have a very young coastal environment that is young, that the sediments are undergoing natural processes of dewatering and compaction. This results in subsidence. So anything we put on the coastal environment, the beach, it goes down. If we put points, it goes down. If we build houses, it goes down. And these issues creep upon us slowly or happen suddenly when we have some surge issues. Now, one of the emerging issues that we also have to take into consideration is earthquakes in the region. Now, in Ghana, we have about 5 different earthquake areas. For example, just this May 2020, there was a tremor, and it was widespread. And these things are building on. So all these issues have to be factored in. In Nigeria, our Niger Delta is not spread because it's linked to the Charcot and Romanche fracture zones. So occasionally, I experience earth tremors. Now, what are the options for reduction of these impacts? We either have to mitigate, prevent, or adopt. Now, we cannot prevent what is happening now, because already the systems are in place and inducing the different hazards that we are experiencing. But we can mitigate if we have enough funds to reduce the number of losses and property impacts and stuff like that. Now, how do we adopt? We also need a lot of funds to adopt. For example, if we have a lot of erosion on the beach, then we have to start thinking of, pushing the water also back. And it needs a lot of funds to do that. The way forward, I will say, is that already on the Africa program, the Marine Atlas project has, developed a lot of provided us with a lot of maps, images, data, information, coastal resource management issues, and all that. And if we go to www.africamarineatlas.net, we'll have a whole lot of information. Information there will be beneficial to our understanding of what is happening in the Gulf of Guinea coast. For example, the Marine Atlas coverage will show you that the theme of the Marine Atlas, for example, in terms of the hydrosphere, that is the ocean and freshwater issues, there are 445 products there. While the biosphere, we have 231 products there. All these things have us from the various countries in the Gulf of Guinea region. What we need to do is to just build on that. We already have a base where UNESCO has, gone to the various institutions, organizations, and teased out all that we need to know about our region. So all we have to do is to go and get all this information from the website. Now, the project over the years has provided many countries in Africa with the capacity and facilities for an effective data and information collation, archiving, and exchange. Many countries in the Gulf of Guinea region have data and information centers which have collated national, international, and historical data needed for putting in place a holistic approach for mitigating natural hazards. Research data and results should contribute to formulation and advice on resource management, on marine spatial planning, and all the other issues. So I'll say thank you for listening.